Welcome to Jesuit Urumuri Center. Located in Remera, Kigali, Rwanda, Jesuit Urumuri Center is a socio-justice apostolate under the backing of the Society of Jesus in the Rwanda-Burundi region. Inspired by the Jesuit missionary commitment to the propagation of faith and promotion of justice, the center endeavors to actualize the bearing of the gospel justice in relation to individual and social welfare, with particular attention to the poor and the neediest. Jesuit Urumuri Center has been the face of the Jesuit Fathers' presence in socio-apostolate in Rwandan communities since 1992, when the center at the time was known as Centre Socio-Culturel, aimed at serving as a social arm of the spiritual center Centre Christus.
Centre Christus yatangiye muri 1974. Centre yari izwi ifasha abantu mu bijyanye na roho, mu bijyanye no gusenga, mu bijyanye no kwigisha spiritualité ignatienne. Kuba rero twaritaga ku Kristo bw'abantu kwita ku bijyanye no gusenga. Nyuma rero tuza gusanga ko ari byiza ko twita no ku mibereho y'umuntu muri rusange, atari byo gusenga gusa, ahubwo n'ibindi by'ubuzima busanzwe. Twasanze ari byiza ko twakwita no gukemura ibibazo sosiyete ihura nabyo. Biba ngombwa rero ko twuzuza ibyo Centre Christus, Centre Spirituel yakoraga, hatangizwa Centre Social.
Yatangiye muri mwaka wa 1992. Ubundi yari mu mushinga mugari wa Centre Christus mu myaka ya 80 irangira iza 89. Nibwo Padiri Octave yashibuja wari superieur hano yazamuye n'igitekerezo cyo kubaka un centre socio-culturel. Abantu bashobora kujyamo amakonferanse, bashobora kujyamo ibiganiro, bashobora kujyamo izindi manifestation, ubukwe n'ibindi. Hakaba na bibliothèque. Muri iyo myaka rero ya 1990 batangiye kubaka, ku buryo muri 1992 iriya batima nini, iriya batima nuko n'iriya yose yari imaze kuzura. Noneho batangirana n'icyo babonaga cyari cyoroshye, batangirana na bibliothèque, batangira gukusanya ibitabo babishyiramo hariya. Noneho n'ubukwe bitangira ubwari bwinshi, ariko abantu bashaka ubukwe bahuriraga hariya bakagira ubukwe. Na manifestation zindi, des conférences z'abayezuiti n'iki byasabaga sale nini ihari.
After profound reflection and wider consultations on the possibilities of rekindling the fire that once ignited the spirit of its first founders, a 3-year strategic plan 2016 to 2019 was prepared, approved of, and its implementation started in 2017. During this period, the center changed its name from Centre Socio-Culturel Urumuri to Jesuit Urumuri Center, Center for Research and Socio-Action. Jesuit Urumuri Center's efforts have focused on research activities, formation on value-based education, and promotion of human dignity through trainings drawn from the socio doctrine of the Catholic Church.
When we talk of Jesuit Urumuri Center, it's a center which has 3 areas of intervention, mainly promotion of human dignity through value-based education, which we offer to different categories of people, be it the old ones, the young adults, the adolescents, and even children. The programs we run in high schools, and also the programs we run here at the center from our premises. We have also the program for the social intervention in youth empowerment and the empowerment of the vulnerable population. that also is part and parcel of what Urumuri now is. It stands for that empowerment, which brings change, and sometimes also can be also considered as a way of alleviating the effects of social injustice that can sideline or marginalize a certain category of people depending on different reasons, be it lack of opportunities or be it historical, maybe justice, which would compare people to be in intergenerational poverty. So the social empowerment of the vulnerable is meant to raise or to uplift those categories of individuals to another level of social welfare and social and economic development. We have the third area of intervention, which is the research, publication, and advocacy. Something also we are very, I'll say, satisfied with, given that that aspect of research, the aspect of advocacy and publication, it helps us to be leading mediators of change, in the sense that we are able to talk to the people who are affected by the social injustice we consider being present in our communities. But at the same time, it gives us also a way to give those people a voice in front of those people, others who are able also to make change through the policy they make or the policies they implement. So in that, we find ourselves in the middle, and that is a very crucial role, very important, and very satisfying that the service we can offer to the community, to the society at large, by being able to be the voice of the voiceless, or to give a voice of the vulnerable, to give them a voice in the form or in the forum where decisions are made or where policies are defined.
The considerable strides and growth that the center has registered is remarkable. Ms. Glorious Urumuri, who has been employed here since 2016, has watched the progress and the growth of this center up to this point.
Natangiye gukora muri Jesuit Urumuri Center kuva mu mwaka wa 2016. Mpagera ntabwo centre yari ifite ibikorwa byinshi, kuko nahageze hari ibikorwa byo guha abantu serivisi bazaga batugana, harimo abantu bazaga baje gukodesha sale ikoreramo ibintu bitandukanye, harimo n'abazaga baje gukodesha jardin. Byumvikana ko ntabwo ibintu yari myinshi cyane, umuntu wari uje gukora ibicungamutungo, hari directeur, hari n'ukora kuri reception, ubwo nanjye mu wa gatatu. Centre rero yatangiye gutera imbere, kuko twatangiye kujya tugira izindi porogaramu, harimo youth camp yatangiye 2017, ndetse nimaze kuzana research kuri domestic violence. Nyuma byaje kugenda tubona izindi porogaramu zindi zigenda ziyongera, ndetse bangwa ko hari n'abandi bakozi bari permanent, tugenda tuba timu nini. Biba ngombwa ko igice kimwe cya centre kitakoreshwaga cyabagamo stock, ndetse n'ama office amwe akodeshamo abandi bantu. Biba ngombwa ko havugururwa kugira ngo bongere ibyumba bya biro, ari nako porogaramu zigenda ziyongera, n'akazi kazamuka, centre nayo igenda itera imbere ndetse ikura ugereranyije n'uko nayisanze.
Father Patrice Ndaisenga attributes the growth of the center to having been able to define its role in the society.
But I'm more or less satisfied with having clear programs that we call, these are the programs which define the center, the social center. We have, now we could say or define ourselves.
Aho Patrice haziye, nkanjye wicara kure mbona hari izindi imbaraga zashyizwemo, kuko hari ibintu ubona bifasha urubyiruko, hari ibintu bijyana na culture, hari ibintu bijyana no gufasha abantu hari n'izo conference, hari n'ubwo bukwe, yewe n'abakozi bariyongereye ubona ko ibyakorwa byiyongereye kandi biri mu nzira nziza.
Jesuit Urumuri Center yabaye center y'ubushakashatsi, hakorerwamo ubushakashatsi, hakaba za publication zikorwa, article zirandikwa, conferences zirategurwa zigatangwa n'ibitabo. Jesuit Urumuri Center ntabwo ikorera hariya muri ariya mazu mubona gusa, irahava ikajya mu madiyoseze yose y'u Rwanda, ikajya no mu mashuri hirya no hino mu Rwanda. Iyo rero ni shift yabaye ko tuva hariya mu mazu tugasanga abanyarwanda aho bari, muri paruwasi aho batuye, mu ishuri aho bigira, ku gasozi aho batuye, kugira ngo noneho dushobore kubagezaho inyigisho zacu, dushobore kubagezaho ibyo tubageneye.
Father Ernest Ngiembere, who has recently joined Jesuit Urumuri Center as the Assistant Director, composed the JUC Social Justice Calendar and is so far encouraged by the impact the work of Jesuit Urumuri Center has on society.
Well, the purpose of JUC Social Justice Calendar fits in with our activity of propagating the social doctrine of the Catholic Church. It is done through trainings, but also through the publications, like exactly the social calendar. Because I was going through the themes of the Catholic social teaching, but also I knew that I was helping people, not only helping myself. So people are using that calendar and now profiting from the fruit of my work. When I arrived, we were in the preparations for the Laudatus International Conference. It was a joy for me to join the team, which was already involved in the work, and I came to support them and they worked with me. And that was a successful event because the Laudatus International Conference was supposed to have happened in June, but due to the pandemic, it was postponed to October. So when I arrived, the first 2 months was consecrated to working on that, and the success that it brought was really gratifying and joy-giving. Then after, I was involved in the project of youth empowerment, by which we invited 40 youth who are university graduates, Rwanda nationals and Burundian urban refugees, who are unemployed and do have some business ideas. So in collaboration with BDC, we gave them trainings about running businesses, and some of them have already started. So that showed really the potential we have in terms of transforming the society we are in.
The year 2020 was a challenging one, not only to the center but to the whole world at large. There was a worldwide outbreak of the coronavirus 2019 epidemic, in which the center challenged itself by finding opportunities to accompany the most vulnerable individuals in the society.
The pandemic has put a lot of pressure on each and everyone in our communities, particularly because we don't know when the threat will completely be mastered or contained, and with that our programs cannot run as usual. Around that confusion and that threat and that uncertainty, we remain still hopeful to do what we can so that we can respond to the needs of the people in need, the people most vulnerable. But at the same time, also, I'm grateful that during this crisis time, we've been also able to benefit a lot from the large human solidarity, which has enabled us to really to serve those who were in need, and also to share the little we have with those who are worse off.
Jesuit Urumuri Center has had the fortune of partnering with different stakeholders on several occasions to fulfill its mission and vision.
icyo twabonye nuko GUC ari ikigo gifite intumbero igihe kirekire cyane cyane ko cyari cyamaze kwemeza plan strategique yacyo y'imyaka 5 twasanze gifite ibitabo byangombwa by'ibaruramari twasanze kandi icungamutungo ryayo rikorwa neza.
Partnering with Jesuit Urumuri Center has been a blessing to us because since 2018-2019 we have been working together with the director of Jesuit Urumuri Center from the conceptualization of this youth social innovation and entrepreneurship project, and also we worked on a number of other projects including the training of vulnerable women, as well as also staff capacity building. So it has been a very good journey partnering with Jesuit Urumuri Center, particularly on that youth program. We have been with amazing young people from the scratch, like from the beginning, from writing the program, from producing the material to actually training them, and now we are currently undergoing taking them through a mentorship program that they become able to solidify their businesses. And these businesses have come a long way from the idea stage up to now, where they have gone through self-discovery, through prototyping, innovation development, and then marketing, finance, and just operationalizing their businesses. And it has been amazing to see them graduating, working on everything they have been able to achieve with GUC.
Beneficiaries of projects run by the center share their thoughts on their experiences partnering with Jesuit Urumuri Center.
Izi nyigisho nk'uko twabiganiraho muri amahugurwa ziza zunganira ubutumwa twizikora bwo kwamamaza ivanjiri mu Rwanda. Iyo vanjiri igomba kwamamazwa ikajyana n'ubuzima turimo bwa buri munsi, kandi inyigisho mbonezamubano za Kiliziya zinjira nyine muri bwa buzima bwa buri munsi bw'imiryango yacu, bijyanye n'imibereho abantu barimo, ko bashakisha ubukungu, ko bagomba kubamo nk'abakirisitu, tukagaruka ku muryango n'ibijyanye nabo byose, tukagaruka ku mahoro n'uburyo bwo kwiyubaka, ubutabera bugomba kugaragara muri kominote. Mbese urebye gukurikira zino nyigisho zifasha umukirisitu wazikurikiye kubaho nk'umukirisitu, ariko kubaho umuturage muri kominote, ariko uzi ivanjiri. Icyambere cy'ubu ngubu umuntu yavuga ko nka Centre Urumuri gusa nk'abadukoreye n'ubundi butumwa nko muri Caritas cyane cyane, ndetse no muri Komisiyo y'Ubutabera n'Amahoro, dufite inshingano n'ubundi yo kumenyekanisha izo nyigisho mbonezamubano za Kiliziya. Centre Urumuri rero ibabaye nk'umufatanyabikorwa muri icyo gikorwa. Icyo mwadukoreye kimeze nko kuduhumura amaso no kutwereka ibyo tugiye kuvuga, mukongera mukaduhugura. Ubu noneho twebwe tugiye muri kominote kujyana bya bindi twagombye kuba twarajyanyeyo, ariko wenda umuntu akaba atarabikoze kuko twari dukeneye iyi formation. Navuga rero ko igikurikira amahugurwa noneho ari kujyana ubwo bumenyi mu hasi no mu miryango remezo. Byabaye na byiza ko Centre Urumuri duhuguriye ibyiciro byose.
I have learned that I can do ordinary things in an extraordinary way. I have not been understanding exactly what is my role as a religious, what is my role to help the Christians. I have learned that you can be a good Christian and a good politician. I have learned that you can be a good religious and a good citizen or a civilized person. It has helped me to harmonize my calling with the people who need me and to help them come up as better leaders of the church and leaders of the nation.
Dans ma vie de tous les jours, comme chrétienne et religieuse, il y a des fois les pauvres qui viennent frapper à la porte. je le verrai d'une façon nouvelle. Je ne le verrai plus comme je le voyais avant. Parce que le pauvre, ce n'est pas nécessaire de lui donner ce qu'il demande, c'est d'abord de recueillir et de l'écouter. Et j'ai l'habitude de faire un peu de promenade en ville. Je rencontre des enfants de rue. Même avant, j'avais l'habitude d'approcher de ces enfants, de ces jeunes, de ces mamans qui font la quête en ville. De toute façon, après cet enseignement, je ne les verrai plus comme je les voyais avant. Il y aura un peu plus d'approche envers eux et un peu plus de compréhension envers eux, quoique je n'ai pas de ce qu'ils ont besoin, mais ils auront besoin de ma parole, de mon écoute et de ma relation et de ne fût-ce que lui dire bonjour.
Inyigisho nakuyemo nuko ntabwo ari ngombwa ko duharira abo bayobozi bacu bo hejuru ku bibazo biba biriho muri icyo gihe. Buri wese afite inshingano zo gukomeza ubutumwa Yesu yadusigiye, tugira ibisubizo bimwe dutanga kuri ibyo bibazo biba biriho muri icyo gihe, ndetse n'izo nyigisho zitangwa tukaziha agaciro tugafasha n'abandi kuzumva.
Twabanje gukora amahugurwa, baduhuguye uko twakora business plan, maze kumenya gukora umugati, gukora keke, gukora amandazi na pizza.
Icyo nayungukiyemo ni uko mu byo nari nzi nyine nabashije kubyiga ndabimenya, n'ubu ngubu hari igihe mbona umunsi ukanyine amafaranga.
Maze kumukiramo ubumenyi, ubu namenye kuyobora imashini, gushyira muri dodo ku buryo n'imashini yagira ikibazo nayifungura nkagira aho umenya ahapfuye nkahakora, kudoda ijipo, no kudoda ishati nko ku magufiya n'amaboko maremare ya kiga.
I met friends. First, I met new people, new teachers, new people who are talented in mind, intelligent, who taught me many things. Now, in my life, I gained something very good from the people I met here. You know, we have some businesses which we do create small businesses. But when you meet people who teaches you how to organize your businesses, how to take care of your businesses, that means you have a nice chance to study.
Ça m'a permis de comprendre est-ce que mon projet, comment je vais l'utiliser pour gagner de l'argent.
I collaborate with people who are professional in entrepreneurship. As a good entrepreneur, I was looking to see how I can make my business as a kingdom business. So I meet with the people who are experienced in, so they try to challenge me to know how I can become a good leader in a business, how I can handle challenges. So theoretically improves my theory. Practically shows me how my business is a needed thing in day life. Because I do research and ask many people if my business is needed to their living life. So they told me that it is needed.
Iyi nama no conference narayishimiye cyane kuko hatanzwe ibiganiro bijyanye no kubungabunga ibidukikije. Ikintu cy'ingenzi cyane kirimo nabashije kubonamo nuko twabihawe n'abantu bakomeye, urebye hari abadokiteri, abaprofe, abashakashatsi bakomeye ndetse n'abafilozofe. Ngira ngo harimo abantu bita ba Jesuit Urumuri Matandi w'umukongore, abadokiteri Symphorien ntibagirirwa, harimo n'aba Patrice Ndayisenga. Ibintu twahawe hano muri kono conference amahugurwa twagiye duhabwa, twaje kumenya kuko twahawe n'abantu bafite experience mu bijyanye n'ubumenyi bw'isi n'ubumenyi bwo kudukikije muri rusange. Rero icyanshimishije kurusha nuko twahavanye kino kida nka package yo gukoresha hano hanze, ku buryo tuzabasha gukoresha ubumenyi tubanyanga kugira ngo tuje guteza imbere ibidukikije muri rusange. Twebwe n'abantu bakomeye, abantu tutabasha guhura nabo mu buzima busanzwe ngo tubashe kuba twaganira, ariko no conference bashije kuduhuza nabo tumarana iminsi yose.
Inama turimo ivuga kurengera ibidukikije muri rusange, ikenewe ko iri guhuzwa n'inyandiko ya Papa Laudato Si ivuga nayo mu kurengera ibidukikije cyangwa urusobe rw'ibinyabuzima muri rusange. mu isi yose. Irakenewe rero kubera yuko yadufashije kongera kumva yuko ibidukikije, ibinyabuzima kuba biriho aribwo natwe tubaho. Umwuka duhumeka ubwawo ukomoka ku bimera, ubwo rero turamutse tubyangije natwe ubwacu twaba twiyangije.
Rwose ikintu cya mbere ngomba kubwira abajene nyoboye muri diyosezi yacu ya Nyundo, turi mu karere kagira ubutaka bwiza bwera kandi butanga umusaruro. Icyo ni icyo ntahanye rero ngomba gufata abajene, niba abajene dukorana inama rimwe mu kwezi, ibyo twigaho tugomba kubyongera kugira ngo tubashe kubungabunga ibidukikije, twihangira imirimo, dutera piniere kugira ngo ejo cyangwa ejo bundi tuzahakura umusaruro w'imbuto, bakuramo ji, bakuramo imitobe kugira ngo tubashe kuba abakungu muri rusange.
Apart from these programs and projects, the center also avails its location, its multi-purpose hall and grounds for events such as conferences, meetings, and weddings.
We offer services like in the central building we have a multi-purpose hall. On the left wing building we have another hall. We also have a bigger room which we rent out for different events like conferences, meetings, workshops, and wedding ceremonies. We also rent out our ground for different photo shooting sessions.
The center is grateful for its reliable and competent staff without whom it would not accomplish its mission.
Gukora muri Centre Urumuri mbona ari byiza, nta kibazo, biranshimisha. Byongeye kandi ko akazi buriya niko kaba gatunze umuryango. Ndashimira Centre Urumuri yanyizeye ikampa akazi, nkora neza, nishimye, mfite n'imbaraga, numva nta kibazo mfite.
Gukora hano muri Centre Urumuri byangiriye umumaro, byankuye mu bwigunge, nabaga mu rugo nta kazi nagiraga. Nageze aha ngaha ndakora, amafaranga mbonye akampinjira urugo, akamfasha mbega mu buryo nkiteza imbere. Kandi hano muri bankuye byiza cyane mu kwivuza, baciye mu bwishingizi ndivuza, n'abana banjye bakivuza, mbega mbona nta kibazo.
Akazi kanjye rero karamfasha mu buzima bwa buri munsi, niho nkura imibereho, ikamfasha, bityo nkaba mbona nuko n'abanjye babaho nta kibazo bafite.
The Jesuit fathers running the center are optimistic about what the future holds in terms of serving communities and the society at large.
I'm looking forward to continue the work we are doing, mainly in research and publications, but also in empowering vulnerable members of Rwandan society. So far we are focusing on youth and the women, and then again also to continue to propagate the social doctrine of the Catholic Church through trainings and other publications like the calendar as you were mentioned. This is coming not from our ideas, but also not only from our ideas, but also in order to be in synchrony with the Universal Apostolic Preferences of the Society of Jesus, which were published in 2019 and are going to guide the work of Jesuits across the world till 2029. So, working with the youth and helping the marginalized of the societies, I can say that those are the preferences we are focusing on.
Considering the journey we have made this far since from 2016 to 2021, My last thoughts about Jesuit Urumuri Center will come to almost two things. The first one is actually looking back to this journey, which I recognize as really a moment of gratitude for what we have been able to achieve or to bring to reality in terms of what the Jesuit Urumuri Center was capable of doing, and we've been able to make it that dream reality to a certain extent, because there is still room for improvement, and the center remains with so much more potentials that can be still explored. But also, it's not just the story which starts with 2016. By the time we had this well-framed programs and strategic plans, but also it's a story which starts with the beginning of this center since 1992, when the thought came up that there would be a need for a social center. So as I look back to history, I feel also much grateful to even my predecessors who have been here. Jesuit Urumuri Center has a chance of having actually properties of its own, which are well big enough and also enough to accommodate the staff and the programs the center has. But also some of these properties actually can also be source of generating some income, which again sustainable, which enables the center to run the programs, some of the programs. So my predecessors have been very effective in terms of actually maintaining the property, but also having certain assets from which we could actually start all other additional programs or all other additional activities we have been adding to what was already in existence. In the same line of thoughts, I would also say I'm grateful also to the people who gave me the chance to be here. The Jesuit leadership, the major superior, and even the local superiors that gave to me from my community, Jesuit community. Those are the people who also gave me space, and also I hope we will continue also to support the people who come after me in their engagement, in their also dedication to the work of Jesuit Urumuri Center. The second last thought about Jesuit Urumuri Center is also a look to the future. Like I said, the center remains also with a lot of potentials, and my hope is that those who come after me will be able to take advantage of all the opportunities available to make the center grow more, and also mature in what it is already doing. That's a thing of hope, because we have so much which is already established. We have people we serve. We have people who support our ideas and our engagement. That means we have collaborators and we have partners. But we have also the staff which is also able to deliver. With that, I think the field is wide open. In a way, there's so much more that can be initiated and also done. But in a particular way, that the Jesuit Urumuri Center, of which we celebrate so many years of existence, I think it needs to be more even visible, more active on the public scene. Since that, given that the Jesuits' universal apostolic preferences insist on these issues of accompanying the youth, working with the youth and accompanying the vulnerable, protecting and safeguarding the environment, but also promoting also the spiritual exercises of being open to them and being inspired by them. Those 4 areas of the universal apostolic preferences would help us as Jesuits, as the social center here, also make an impact into the Rwandan community itself, because given the history of this country, given the history of actually of the Great Lakes region, it is important that actually Jesuits also be active in the social scene, in the social apostolate, to respond to some of the social questions and even the social programs. Even if you want to put it further, even the social scene that needs to be eradicated or to be also challenged, and there's no other better way I think we would have other than the framework of the universal apostolic preferences we have today, and the Jesuit Urumuri Center will be in a position to take advantage of such an asset to make an impact, also to contribute effectively to the social transformation of our society. I thank you.
For more information about the work of our center, please visit our website www.juc-rwe.org or visit our social media pages on Twitter, on Facebook and on YouTube at Jesuit Urumuri Center. Thank you.